We are looking at Meg's breaststroke below the water, commentary by Coach Chris. So again, we're going to play this full speed. And it's pretty much what I predicted. I'm actually surprised. From the above angle, it did not look like her hands were diving down as severely as this one. So I'm wondering if her technique changed between 1 and 2 a little bit. This is a little more what I see in practice. But still doing a lot of good things. Still getting nice and high in the water. But this is a great demonstration of why I don't like that prayer position for that hand recovery. Because you're going to watch and see how she's dolphin diving. Nice and high. This is perfect. But the hand should still be underwater. I want those forearms to be a straight line. Hands, forearm, elbow, everything just kind of in a straight line ready to drive forward. Right now she's scooping them up in that prayer. And it's just the old adage, what goes up must come down. So we're going to watch her drive down. And then when her hands go down, she's going to have to make an adjustment and scoop them back up. So watch real close for that. There's the down. Because what goes up must come down. And then there's a scoop. So a lot more up and down movement underwater than it looked like on the above water video. But that's what the benefit of these underwater videos does. Is it allows us to see the angles we don't naturally see. So this would be actually from the above water video, I would not have guessed that it'd be this deep. But you can see she's still doing that dolphin dive breaststroke, and what we're trying to get them out of is the dolphin dive breaststroke. This is a big result of why we don't do too many 1 pull 2 kick drills. It's a staple drill. They do it at all levels, and it's a good drill. But an over-reliance on it, especially with young swimmers, tends to develop more of a dolphin diving breaststroke, and we want more of the skipping stone breaststroke. So we want to stay at that surface and skip along the surface, staying nice and high in the water. We don't want this submarine dolphin diving. And this is very common for kids this age. I mean, this is, like I said, the #1 drill most people use is that 1 pull 2 kicks, and I think that's a big reason why we see this. Head's getting down nice. I'd like to see her eyes get a little bit deeper. I think on the above water video there were several strokes where she was doing a better job. You know, we want those eyes down and away. We want the eyes looking this way to get that head lower. But her head's staying up. And the reason I think it's staying up is because she's so deep. Her head has to stay up because it's the only thing stopping her, the way her hands are coming in, from going even deeper. So she's using the head to control her path through the water. She's using her high head position here to help scoop her back up. You can also see her adjusting with the hands. See how the hands are kind of angled up over here? Why is it doing that? Hand. What the? I don't want that. I want to drop. There you go. Hands angled up like that. So getting rid of that kind of prayer position on a recovery, I think, will be a big step towards setting up this stroke and getting more forward with it than the up and down. Because this is wasted momentum. I mean, if you're going down, you're losing momentum, and then you're going up, you're losing momentum. You're not going forward as much. Weight transfer on the kick, though. This is one thing I want to talk about because she does so much good stuff with her breaststroke. Some of these quirks that we need to fix are important, but so watch, she's going to come up, load, really nice energy, really good shrug. You can see the hips slide forward. Now watch them drive back as she transfers the weight into the kick. See that transfer? Right there, you can see she loads up. She's got her weight in her shoulders, and she's gonna push it back into her heels and drive that kick. So watch these hips. Boom. That is a really good timing. That is really good technique for that kick. She's kind of small right now, but as she gets bigger and stronger and her legs get stronger, I mean, that is going to be a really big payoff technique. So I'm really, that's something that's very hard to teach, and she's doing it naturally. So very good job. Coming into the turn, see how high she gets? Upper body way out of the water, her arms almost, upper arms almost entirely out. Again, this is because when she hits the wall, she lets the window close. She kind of glides in and gets right up against the wall with her body. When she hits the wall, what she wants to do, Meg, what you need to do is keep the arms locked and keep that space open, that window open between your shoulders and the wall. You want to have the water, the arm's length of water for your feet to come in, so you don't have to come up to get your feet to the wall. But once you close that window, you either have to go up or you have to push back out to open it. And either way is going to add time to that turn and slow you down. Here's that glide we've been working on. Really good streamline, nice and tight. Feet are in good streamline. So I really like that. Now, one thing we do talk about, she's separating and pulling. Look at the direction she's aiming on the way down. Meg, we've talked about this, and we need to keep working on it. You never want to pull down. Make sure you're patient. Try and scoop up a little bit sooner. You want to make sure you're on the rise. Now, here she's adjusting with the pull, but at that point, you've already lost energy, and we're already stuck too deep. Head position is perfect. This whole position, and we did a whole day of drills where she was there. That was excellent. Nice tight with the hands, pressing against the body so the water can't slow you down there. Head is in a great position, eyes down. This is the position for the eyes I want on the swim when you're extending on that recovery. I like this position. Let's get this one going in the swim. Excellent middle drive. Head stays down. This is where she kind of makes an error, though. You see her head lift here? She needs to keep the head down here. Right now she's lifting the head, and the reason she's lifting the head is because she's stuck too deep. And we talked about this on the above water. When she lifts the head early, this is a combination of two things. One, her first pull was down, so it put her too deep. She needs to make sure that when she pulls for that pull out, the pull and breaststroke kick, that both those are heading up towards the breakout stroke. That'll fix her path and allow her to time the breakout a lot better. Because right now when she pulls down, she's just getting stuck. She's got all this water between her and the head, and she's stuck. She's got to get there, but how's she going to get there? She's got nothing left to do. All she can do is streamline at this point because she's already used her kick. And her glides are good. It's just she's getting stuck underwater because of mistiming of that first pull. And she's countering by lifting her head. And Meg, you're lifting your head here because that's the only way you can drag yourself up at this point. You don't have a kick. You don't have a pull. You got to get up to the surface. The only muscle you can move really legally is the head. So you're lifting it up early to help direct you to that first stroke. We need to keep that head down and try and get a little better timing on that first pull. Wait till you're coming up towards the surface more. And then once you're on your way to the surface, do that breaststroke pull, that second glide that you lock in real well in that kick. And you can see this is the result we talked about where she goes up really high. And then she even has a more exaggerated downward motion, downward drive, mainly because of the angle she was at on that breakout. And there's, the hands tilted up, the head lifting a little early. There's those adjustments we're making for that dolphin dive. So really good height, really good drive with the hips, really good weight transfer shoulder to hips. We just got to make sure we're extending more forward with the hands and not driving the hands so far down. I'd like to see that head position from the pull out where the eyes are down low and the head's down real low. I'd like to see that on the recovery of the breaststroke as well. Get down lower. That's a little better than we saw earlier, but those hands are just going a little too deep. So really good job. I like a lot of what we got going on with this breaststroke. If we can just fix the recovery and get our energy directed more forward, we could have big gains in it. Make sure you're working on the turn, keeping a distance away from the wall so we're not getting too close. and time those pull out, that first pull on a pull out, time that better. Be more patient. Wait till you're on the rise to take that first pull on that pull out. So excellent job, Meg. I will see you tonight.